All right, closing numbers from the trading day on Wall Street just ahead here at 5.
But first, let's check in with Jason for a preview of sports.
Yeah, the Bakersfield College football team closed out the regular season with a big win over Ventura on Saturday. What's their reward? The Gades are going bowling. We'll tell you when and where next in sports.
It's sports time. Jason Galvin joining us now. What's going on? Well, we had an exciting weekend in sports, especially for NASCAR fans, as you reported earlier.
Yeah, it was a big weekend for NASCAR fans. Also a big weekend if you're a fan of the Renegades football team. If you are a fan of the Renegades football team, you probably thought their season was a loss following a 3-point defeat at home to the hands of the College of the Canyons Cougars on October 4th. But Jeff Chudy's team found some magic at the season's midway point, and now they'll get to play one more. BC knocked off conference champion Ventura on Saturday in a physical back-and-forth game. It was the Renegades' 5th consecutive win, improving their record to 6-4 on the season. Running back Triton Douglas, career best day, 124 yards, a pair of touchdowns on the ground. That win means big news for the Gades. They're going bowling. BC will host 6-4 Chaffee on Saturday in the Western State Bowl. It's the first home bowl game for the Renegades since 2009. Kickoff set for 4 p.m. at Memorial Stadium. Cal State Bakersfield's women's volleyball team is gearing up for the Western Athletic Conference tournament. The Runners are hosting that tournament at the Icardo Center. They'll open against Texas Pan American. Thursday, 5 o'clock is that first game. Although CSUB finished below 500 on the season, they'll be the tournament's 3 seed thanks to a 9-5 slate in conference play. The Runners defeated Texas Pan American in both contests this year, losing just 1 set in those outings. A win would propel the Runners into the semifinals against 2 seed New Mexico State. That game would be Friday. Of course, the winner of the WAC tournament earns an automatic berth in the NCAA Championship Tournament. Hey, did you see this one over the weekend? Here's a crazy story. The Saints and Bengals game. Bengals tight end Jermaine Gresham catches a touchdown. Look at this. Steals the ball from a Bengals fan. What are you doing? Saints fan just picking the ball off right there. There is good news, folks. The Saints came through for this poor Bengals fan who pleaded for the ball. She never got it back, but the Saints did give her one. Hey, big game tonight. Monday Night Football. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben and the Steelers need a win to keep pace with the division-leading Cincinnati Bengals. The Titans have been one of the worst teams in football this year and recently turned the ball to rookie quarterback Zach Mettenberger. You'd think a rookie quarterback preparing for his Monday Night Football debut against a 2-time Super Bowl champion winner in Ben Roethlisberger would be focused on that game, right? Mettenberger's focus is on another battle with his quarterback counterpart.
I think us combined, it's 25 letters in our last names. That's pretty big deal. I think that's a record on its own.
We couldn't verify that record, but it bears a very interesting question, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the ball stealer there, I know, has gotten a lot of flack on social media.
Yeah, and you know, I saw a few minutes ago, just came across that he said that he was thinking of his grandson. I mean, he had 24 hours to come up with that, but it is a good story, right?
That works, I guess. But that was pretty chilly.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jason.
All right, still to come here on 17 News. Students at St. Francis Parish showing off their mad scientist skills today.
But first, here's Jason with the preview of sports.
Yeah, the Bakersfield Blaze relocation plans have hit a roadblock. What might keep them in Bakersfield longer, and can they overcome it? Find out next in sports. It's time for sports. Lena Washington has the night off. It's no secret the Bakersfield Blaze have been searching for a new home in Salinas. Tonight, local fans have hope the team will stick around a little longer. The Blaze announced earlier today that negotiations with Hayward Lumber have fallen through and are not expected to resume. The Blaze had planned on purchasing a piece of property located on Front Street in Salinas from Hayward. The negotiations had gone so far, the Blaze already designed a stadium to fit that piece of land. Now, team owner D.G. Elmore is left to look for a new piece of property to relocate his team to. In a statement released to media today, Elmore said, quote, "Obviously, this is a very disappointing conclusion. We have spent considerable time, resources, and capital analyzing the site and designing a new stadium." Elmore went on to say his team is continuing to search for a suitable location in Salinas. The Blaze are a high Class A affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. What a season it's been for CSUB men's soccer coach Richie Grant after the Runners snuck into the WAC tournament on the last day of the season. The team grinded out a pair of wins to move into yesterday's conference championship game. But a berth in the NCAA tournament would require them to beat top-seeded UNLV. We apologize for the quality in this one. The game was live-streamed on the conference website. The Runners trailed by 1 at the half, but just over 19 minutes left. Julian Zamora hits the equalizer, and the 12th of the year for the freshman from Golden Valley High School. The runners outshot UNLV 15-13 as Joe Massamaya would get robbed of a potential game winner late in the game. This would go to overtime scoreless, and therefore it would go to a shootout. For the conference championship, Rebels goalie Ryan Harding stole the show, stopped Eden Mendoza, and then he denies Simon Doherty. UNLV ends the runners' season a 4-2 win in penalties. Former Centennial High star and current USC quarterback Cody Kessler has been named a finalist for the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award given annually to the top quarterback in college football. Kessler is joined by Oregon's Marcus Mariota, UCLA's Brett Hundley, Mississippi State's Dak Prescott, and Baylor's Bryce Petty as a finalist. Kessler's thrown for 2,919 yards, 29 touchdowns for the 7-3 Trojans. USC was idle last weekend, but they're expected to jump back into the top 25, and the college football playoff rankings come out tomorrow evening. The winner of the Golden Arm Award announced December 8th.
All right, some big shakeup in the top 25 too.
Yeah, lots of top teams
Mississippi State
lost.
getting knocked off by Alabama.
Yeah, Arizona State out of the top 10, a bunch of them.
Okay,
All right.
thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Jason.